And this is not a new issue. I can tell you my experience, this issue came up, it hit full circle with us on Prosperity Church Road when we widened it from Mallard Creek to the Armand, where people wanted median openings for their driveways and their businesses. And we went through the same statistics that we're sharing with you today about crash data and how medians are more safe.
Okay, speaking of safety, that's what started this whole thing with me back in April of last year. And I've attended every meeting that you've had since 2003 with this, because I've been out here since 1978. So I know there's some improvement that needs to be made. My concern is, I don't know what your definition of safety is, but my definition of safety is for me and my family and the residents in this area. Okay, I live 2 doors down. Mine is the second door down, and I'm sitting right at Slater Road. I must come out of my driveway, go across 3 lanes of traffic to sit in a turning lane to make a U-turn to go south. Traffic is coming south, right? And I'm going to have to sit there. I got to pull out 3 lanes in the northward bound to make a southern turn. There's not going to be any red lights, any stop signs, anything to stop the oncoming traffic from knocking me to Kingdom Come. I'm concerned. My family's right there on the corner, which is closer to Slater Road than I am. How in the world can we come across 3 lanes to get into the 3rd lane of traffic to make a left-hand turn, a U-turn to go south? When I'm coming back from Sunset, the shopping center, I must come all the way past my house to Capsule Mine Road, make a U-turn by this to come home and get to my driveway. Explain to me your definition of safety. That's all right.
Well, and what you have right now are 2 lanes of traffic. So right now you don't have the opportunity for that. But can we go back to you leaving your driveway? So if I have this right, you're saying that it is more dangerous to
go across
to go across 2 lanes of traffic that are
to get in the U-turn lane
to then stop to then make a left. But you're thinking it's safer to cross 4 lanes of traffic going different directions to make your direct.
I don't know. You're the engineer. You
so that's why
you're holding the steering wheel. I'm asking your opinion.
And that's why there have been all these studies and there's all these statistics that continue to say that medians are safer than no medians, because it's much safer. You have fewer conflict points. You have less to process as a driver if you. Instead of trying to figure out where all your gaps are from both directions.
Okay, now when
you choose your gap from one side, you choose your gap from the other.
When you have traffic coming out of Slater Road, it's going to make a left-hand turn to go south. I'm coming out of my driveway, making a right-hand turn to go left. Is there no danger that you see there? And there's nothing there to stop the oncoming traffic to yield to us. You follow what I'm saying?
But you can see the oncoming traffic.
Yeah. I can see the oncoming traffic now and almost get knocked over.
If we do it the way you've described it, you'll be pulling out, crossing 4 lanes of traffic.
3. It would be 3.
4 plus the oncoming lane. It is safer for you to watch the traffic coming northbound and go up to the signal so you can see the traffic coming southbound and make that U-turn.
Where's the signal going to be? They haven't talked about signal.
Well, there won't be a signal there. It's Slater Road.
That's what I'm saying. There's no signal there at Slater Road.
She's not going to cross 4 lanes of traffic. She's only crossing 2 to get in the median.
That's right.
Which is what she would do if she were leaving out of Angie's Diner right down the street. She's going to cross 2 lanes of traffic to get in the median, and then see if the traffic is safe to pull out. You don't cross.
Can you give me the an example of this same type of ingress, egress, and median in another part of the city? For instance, Whittington Funeral Home on East Boulevard.
That's right.
East Boulevard has the same identical type of thing. Talk to me about that and tell me what was the differences there than it is here.
Now, if you see through your analysis and through various, there's a series of accidents that is occurring as a result of not having that median there. I think we all would agree that you should put the median there because nobody wants accidents. Everybody wants safety, and I think Brother Holmes would agree with that. So my concern is build a highway, design it, 800 feet of the median, just leave it, not use it right now. I said right now, with the understanding that if accidents do occur, then I think everybody here has agreed that that should go in. That's very simple. Here again, I understand how these design situations work. I understand the positions of the city. Having worked for the Department of Transportation for years, I understand the interlocking, interlacing situation that goes on. But we can make these things happen. You can actually do this. We've had situations that I'm familiar with where we've had people get very upset, come down to the Department of Transportation, had to have them come out, officers come in with, and had to have them removed, for, not violently, but they were a little boisterous, but they persisted. And there were some accommodations made. Not everything was done the way they wanted done, but it was done enough so that it satisfied all the parties. And that's what I think you can do here. Put the medians down in other areas, in this particular 800-foot area, leave it blank for the time and see what the accident picture looks like. Just that simple.
2 lines of paint down for this 800 feet is much more economical. I've asked, but I tell you, a whole lot, 800 feet of concrete, trees, grading, da-da-da-da-da-da, is much more expensive than 2 lines of paint. I'm not being smart, but it is. Picture Griswold Road to Rena. 2 lines of paint, that's all we're asking. Accommodations. You're hearing, the residents are telling you, you are getting no phone calls from residents, not even one, saying, would you please put in a median down there between Capsule Mine Road and Slater Road? You're talking about a project, and ma'am, I hear what you're saying. You're talking about a matter of the man who drowned in the river, whose average depth was 1.5 feet. But where he went in and drowned was 12 feet. Oh, wow. Now you're going to put lifeguards and signs and etc. down the whole river. No, put the signs where there's 12 feet. Don't put them down there where it's 1.5 feet. We have no issue here, no traffic. 2 houses across this side of the street and no houses all the way down the rest of the thing, almost to Sunset Road. No foot traffic. We don't have people walking down the sidewalk here. Bicyclists, thank you, over on East Boulevard. Bicyclists over on Beatties Road. Look out for your infrastructure. Please consider, we're just asking you for 800 feet. Please stop talking about the entire project and $14 million. That's our tax money anyway. We've been paying it. So that's our $14 million. You didn't come up with $14 million.
I think, from what I've heard, that the stoplight there would be a perfect thing for you if it could be done. I know it could be done, but you know, working through the ideals. Because the increased load that's going to be going up there, the widening, the speed, everything, it would be difficult for her to turn south. My problem now is with Mrs. King's ability to be able to turn south also. And if there is some accommodation, I know that, and Mrs. King, I'm sorry, I don't know, when you have funerals and stuff, or even when you have a wake or something like that, you may or may not always have a police officer to stand out there and say, stop.
No.
Yeah.
Some people can't afford it.
You'd put an employee out there.
Yeah. But see, now police is supposed to go on $200.
Right. And so and they're usually for a funeral
Yeah.
as opposed to a
wait.
Yeah.
See, we have wives in here with people in grief. You know, we have to make that
minutes, 15 and 20 cars that need to go south.
More than that, sometimes you can't predict.
That's right.
Sometimes we have 100 cars, we do a lot of oceans.
That's true.
And they have a lot of cars.
That's true.
So, you know, we don't need no sign unauthorized. How are you gonna determine unauthorized cars for business? I have 2 businesses here. One on those sides and one here. So, you know, that's gonna cut my business. Y'all look like the city trying to put me out of business.
There is no median in front of Angie's, the other funeral homes. It's gonna pass here. There's no accidents, no safety problem down there. It's gonna be none here. Short distance. We're asking for accommodation. The neighbors who live here, and thanks to Ms. Vanderberg who initiated this 2 years ago, we're telling you we don't want it. We don't think it looks right. Safety is not going to be a factor. That's our take on it. And show this flag, we're just asking for you not to put that down. People have signed petitions, we've spoken to City Council. Thanks to Al Austin, who has got you out here again. What part of we don't want it do you not understand? We don't want it. Doesn't look nice to us. Listen to your constituents, as Al is by calling for this meeting. Listen to the infrastructure. Here's a business this lady is also an attorney. People come in here all hours of the day for different things. Evenings too for funerals. Here's a resident. What you're going to install is going to be a little bit unsafe, if you will, for her coming out of her driveway to have to get over to make the quick U-turn. So we're just asking, just don't put in a meeting. Thank you. We appreciate your interest. We're not computer geeks, but to not do it, all it takes is it's not down there now, just don't put it down. Mr. White has recommended, and as I close this, appreciate your concern for safety. Thank you for widening. Don't put it down. If in 4 or 5 years you start seeing accidents and people running into each other because there's no median here, then put the median in, okay? In the meantime, please, we're asking, don't put a median. We don't want it. It negatively impacts infrastructure.
I appreciate everybody coming out. We'll take your feedback, take your information back to our city manager and those in charge of CDOT. I really appreciate everybody.